Am I live? So before the stream, I received an update notification, so I decided to update the game. I don't know what changed. I assume it's just some random bug fixes, but I don't think the Switch tells you what you like. Oh yeah, I'm using different Joy-Cons today, and this pair of Joy-Cons has drift.
Perfectly soggy.
Has some drift on the left Joy-Con, so I'm gonna switch back when I go through the labyrinth, because otherwise it's gonna grief me. But for now it's fine, it's just story anyway.
Come on, let's go! Go, go, go!
Yeah, movement with this Joy-Con doesn't really work that well.
Yep. Use the stairs so you don't get fat. I see a suspicious door! The crime happened in the storage room on the 3rd floor of the clock tower, so it should be right behind the store.
There may be a corpse still in there.
You've already seen plenty of corpses on the Amaterasu Express. Now hurry it up!
That doesn't mean I want to see any more. To be honest, until I opened that door, none of it felt very real to me. I'd been treating the case as if it was something that happened to someone else long ago. But the moment I opened the door, all of my delusions vanished in an instant.
A doll? Dolls are so creepy. Pink blood.
What is this?
Basically Danganronpa.
Is that a real corpse? It's not some mannequin, is it? This blood is real? How? Why?
Jeez, it's just some freakish, gruesome murder scene. Get it together! As your mentor, let me just say that you'll come across this stuff all the time as a detective. So don't be scared. Investigate! Hurry, before the peacekeepers come back!
Shinigami, you don't feel anything after seeing this body?
You're asking me how I feel about death? Well, let me tell ya, this is totally ordinary.
This ordinary? It's absolutely abnormal.
It's normal for it to be abnormal. You're dealing with a murder case in a city like this. You can either accept it or go insane. Blood is just a liquid, a body is just an object. Got it? Now take a look around before someone gets in your way. Chop chop!
Fine. You're right. I should hurry before the peacekeepers return.
Yep. Now let's start the investigation. Oh, also, any clues you find during your search will be recorded by yours truly. It will all materialize once you get to the mystery labyrinth later.
I don't want to go back there anymore. Someone will die once the mystery is solved.
You are so naive, having sympathy for the criminal you're catching. What place is suspicious?
Like an investigation marker to gather information and new solution keys can be acquired. Oh. Wait, don't I already know that? Isn't that how it always worked?
Yep, it's a corpse. What's up?
Wooden
You
box.
know,
There might be a clue related to the case. It's covered in dust and there's no evidence it was moved. It's probably not relevant, right? Fine, let's look somewhere else.
I see, I see.
Window.
so this is the only window. They've installed shutters instead of glass. The shutters look new despite the building's old age. Must have been added later on. The window's big enough for someone to fit through.
Other window was shuttered and also locked from the inside. There are no other entrances. Seems to be a completely locked room. This matches the nailman's modus operandi.
According to the Peacekeeper report, the shutters were already closed at the time of discovery. So they've been left alone like this.
Hey, how about you try opening them?
It won't open. It's locked. Were the shutters locked when the body was discovered?
How do we open them? Maybe there's a secret password or something.
No, I don't think it's a password. Hey, there's a latch on the left side. I think I can move it. All right, it opened. The latch was pretty light. It can be easily adjusted. It's rather high up. It's above the 3rd floor on most buildings. It's impossible to jump off from here. Even if you tried climbing down, there's nothing to hold on to out there. You can see the big clock above, but there's nothing really suspicious here. It'd be difficult for the culprit to get in and out from here. What's that sound? Oh, it's locked again.
Oh, it locks
Master,
automatically.
why are you still playing with the shutters? You want to be friends with them?
So does that? So that means you can
No,
actually
that's
go
not
out.
it.
You can actually go out and lock the room on the way out.
Now it won't go down. I get it. This shutter stops once it goes all the way up.
Okay.
But when set halfway, it's designed to fall down with its own weight. And if it goes all the way down, it automatically locks.
I don't get it, but you're really fixated on these shutters. I'll make them a solution key for you, just in case you open a shutter shop one of these days.
There's something under the window.
What's that? Did you find something interesting? This part seems important.
Under the window.
The bottom of the window is wet.
Maybe some rain got in when you opened the window earlier.
No,
No.
the parts starting to dry are leaving stains. This didn't get wet just now.
Then maybe it's the tears from the nailed dolls. No more horror stuff!
More dolls? Here too? These two are lined up and nailed together. Huh? What's this? A yellow thread is attached to the nail in the doll. On
Oh.
a closer look, it seems the thread left marks on the nail. What
Maybe
could it
just
mean?
did someone use it to climb down? You know, have a
This is
rope or something.
suspicious. You should remember this.
Use it to climb down and then let the window close. Wait. I mean, it says window closed. Must have been like a very thin thread. I don't know.
There are dolls nailed all over the walls and floor. What a ghastly sight. All the dolls here look antique. They're looking at me as if they're full of hate.
It would have taken a ton of time to do all this by hand. Why would the culprit go to the trouble to do this?
Maybe it's to link it back to the urban legend about the Nailman.
All you need to do is write down the name of someone you wish dead. Someone you hate so much you could kill them. Then make a doll resembling that person, nail the name tag to it, and leave it at the forest behind the church. This summons the Nailman, who will kill that person for you, or so the legend goes. Whoever is killed by the Nailman is pinned by countless nails.
But why would the culprit go through so much trouble to imitate an urban legend?
Or maybe it's the real Nailman. Now I'm scared. I told you I'm not good with occult and horror stuff.
I think only. Oh no, door. And investigate the
This
door.
is the only door in the room.
And after this, only the
The
body
lock is
left.
broken. They say the door was locked from the inside when the body was discovered. That must mean the peacekeepers broke the lock to get inside. So the inner lock is the type where you turn a latch. I don't see any evidence of it being tampered with. There's a keyhole on the outside of the door, but it's filled up and rusted. This didn't happen recently. It may have been like this way before the incident.
Hey, why is the keyhole plugged?
They might have figured it was unnecessary. The inner lock is probably left over from when the room needed both locks.
Either way, it doesn't seem like we can open it with a duplicate key or anything.
There's no gap when the door is closed. It'd be hard to tamper with it. The only way to unlock this door is to turn the latch from inside. I guess I'll have to search the body, huh?
The moment we've all been waiting for. You're lucky you got here before they took it away, aren't ya?
I can't stomach calling myself lucky when I think about the victim. This is definitely a real corpse and not a doll. I don't know who this woman is. The Peacekeeper report didn't include any details. But no matter who she is, she didn't deserve this!
Cut the chatter, Master! Hurry, hurry!
This is terrible. The body is covered in nails pinning her to the floor. What's this? There's a mark on the neck.
Oh, that's a
Looks
rope.
like a rope burn. The vertical scratch marks were made by the victim as she struggled. A victim usually ends up with marks like this when they thrash around while getting strangled by a rope. It's fairly typical when it comes to strangulation victims. Seen it a bunch of times.
So she was killed by strangulation? The Peacekeeper report didn't say anything about the cause of death.
I wonder why. It should have been easy to figure out. They didn't investigate at all! They got the chance to see a corpse up close, and they blew it!
In any case, finding out the cause of death is huge. That should be enough.
That's it.
And that's a wrap!
Investigation can be ended once you're finishing an exam. I think it means it's meant to say examining everything. Feel free to stop whenever. So I cannot just weapons if I try nothing.
That should do it for the investigation for now.
Yeah, I get it. Without a doubt, this murder crime scene is a locked room mystery. It's an impossible crime. The door was locked from the inside, and the only window had shutters that were also locked. It's a locked room mystery. So cute.
What are you doing?
I'm taking in this luscious locked room atmosphere.
You know what?
Anyway, let's leave before the peacekeepers come. They just cause more trouble for us.
Huh? Oh, right.
Finished. Is it time for the labyrinth? We go up.
Speaking of which, what's this ladder over here?
Should we take a look? There doesn't seem to be anything suspicious about it.
I think that kid said his dad was here to fix the clock.
Oh, so that's the clock. Was he about to head back home after fixing it? Or maybe he was just about to start fixing it.
Probably doesn't matter either way. Nothing matters to me besides the locked room mystery.
Well, I'll think about it later. Let's leave this place for now.
I wish I could investigate the top. Fine.
Oh, it's you.
Over here!
Huh? What's the matter?
What's up? Find a body or something? Over here!
What? I assume he found something that is gonna help in the
How far does this
investigation.
go? Over here!
Very sus though, I wouldn't
Are you
really
keeping
follow a
up,
guy like that.
Master?
While you were checking the clock tower, I took a look around the building. And I found these.
Footprints?
Oh,
Maybe these belong to the culprit.
is the window at the
What?
top?
The culprit?
Is the window up here?
I'm
I think
not
it's
sure.
on the other
Let's
side.
check. There are a set of footprints on the wet ground near the wall. But it's only the heel portion. The only thing I can discern is that they weren't sneakers. They could be loafers. But the footprints seem strange.
Oh? What's strange about them?
Look, the footprints are facing the wall. This looks like whoever made them was walking toward the wall.
You're saying the guy disappeared through the wall? We're dealing with wall-facing man now? First the nail man, and now this! It's a phantom party!
And the end right under that window. Is this just a coincidence? Or does it have something to do with the murder?
What do you think? Are these the footprints of the real culprit?
Well... To be honest, there's not much I can say with just this. At the very least, I hope I can prove the footprints aren't his father's. Hey, what kind of shoes does your dad usually wear?
Huh? His shoes? He usually wears sneakers. He was wearing them today.
Does he ever wear loafers?
Sometimes, but not usually.
It would be one thing if he didn't own a single pair of loafers, but I can't rule him out yet. Still, I wouldn't want to waste the kid's discovery of these footprints.
In that case, I'll remember it for you.
So, do you think you can find the real culprit?
Yeah, I think. Maybe. I might need a little more time, though.
I see.
Oh, but don't worry. I'll find a way.
Thank you.
The voice of the boy is a bit
off.
off. I guess they were trying to
is innocent. I want to prove
use
it.
an adult voice actor for it.
While I'm at it, maybe I should ask him more about his father. Did you notice anything different about your dad this morning?
My dad went out late last night to work on the clock, so I didn't see him this morning.
He was out since last night. So he stayed the night here?
That's his job.
His job is to repair clocks?
He doesn't just repair them, he also sells them. Watches and wall clocks, too.
Oh, so he's a watchmaker.
Wait, the Peacekeeper report said his occupation was unknown.
Maybe it's more convenient for them if they intend to declare him as the culprit of the Nailman murders.
Oh, he's getting framed as the culprit. They made up their minds and dropped the investigation.
Does your dad also manage this clock tower?
No, he only checks on that clock once a year. But yesterday, he got an urgent request to fix it. The clock wasn't keeping time, so he was called to repair it. My dad is usually happy to repair any clock, but he always grumbles about how much he hates the clock tower.
He hates it? Why?
Because he's afraid of heights.
Oh.
He's scared of even climbing up the clock tower. But he bites the bullet and does his work without looking outside.
A fear of heights. He's afraid of climbing the clock tower and refrains from looking outside, so it sounds serious.
Master, you're improving so much thanks to my training. You're even getting better at pretending to think.
I'm not pretending. I'm serious here.
Okay. Afraid of heights. I assume, yeah, that's gonna be very important.
I hear noise outside.
I think the culprit probably
Maybe
jumped
those
out
guys woke up.
from the window.
Let's take a look.
If all the Peacekeepers wake up, they'll be sure to pay you back for this.
Whoop. Oh no, they're just lying on the ground. I forgot about that.
Everyone, please wake up. This is Amaterasu Peacekeepers, Investigation Team, Section Chief Seth Burrows. You're late. Please wake up. This is Amaterasu Peacekeepers, Investigation Team,
His voice
Section
is so
Chief
soft.
Seth Burrows. Many of them have been eliminated already, but I've heard some outsiders have recently arrived. Go find witnesses and extract information to see who has interfered with us. They may still be nearby. Capture anyone that even appears suspicious. Oh, and did you clean up the body at the crime scene? If not, then hurry along with that. The rain in this city makes bodies rot quickly. You better hurry or it will putrefy. To speed this case along, we need to quickly deal with that nail man we arrested. We should even consider a public execution.
Death penalty?
An execution? What do we do? At this rate, my dad...
This Seth guy doesn't care about the truth. He just wants to wrap up this case as soon as possible. In this city, what they say becomes the truth.
Please! Please save my dad!
The only way to save your dad is to catch the real culprit. I can do it. Leave it to me.
Really? Thank you!
But first, we have to leave this area before they find us.
I know a secret way out. You can pass through here to get back to a street in Ginma district. You might stand out if you're with me, so I'll go a different direction.
Are you sure you'll be okay alone?
Yes, I play around here often. Please help my dad.
Yeah, just you wait. I'll bring some good news soon.
Who knew some brat would save ya? You sure you want to be so quick to make promises?
I'm not very confident, but I can't ignore someone asking for help. If no one else is willing to listen, then it's up to me.
Wow! Get a load of this big shot. Didn't expect that from you, Master. But how do you plan to find the real culprit? You can't investigate the clock tower with the peacekeepers around.
What about the
By
labyrinth?
the way, you can't use the mystery labyrinth
Oh,
yet.
okay.
Not enough clues.
Not enough clues?
If you jump into the labyrinth now, you'll be lost forever. You need to gather more solution keys.
I don't ever want to go back there anyway.
Then, how do you intend on solving this?
There is one way.
You're gonna rely on that one, huh? Always depending on someone else. What was the spot again? Something about a cafe? If you let them take the lead, you're gonna be out 5 million yen, right? Do you have that kind of money, Master? Or are you gonna go into debt?
They're actually gonna ask for that much money? I assume they're gonna help anyway. Where?
Halara, please, help me!
If Master is bowing to show respect, I guess I better do the same. Please, for both our sakes!
You're 30 minutes later than expected. So, do you have the cash?
I don't have any on me right now, but I will eventually.
Very well. I don't require you to have it immediately, but you will pay me 5,500,800 yen eventually.
Huh? But you said it was 5 million before.
It's an additional fee for making me wait.
Oof.
And for the coffee. I told you I don't work for cheap.
Oh, come on.
So rootless. A greedy little money demon. I think I'll call this one Hell Aura.
I won't force your hand. Whatever you decide is up to you. While you think it over, I'm going to order some cake.
Wait, do I have to pay for that too?
Of course. I'll add it to the bill.
All right, I'll pay you all 5.5 million and 800 Shin, got it? Please don't have the cake.
It's a deal. You made a wise choice. I have no obligation to help others, but I work sincerely according to the payment I receive. That is my pride as a detective. I will be your eyes and limbs, and help solve this crime with everything I have. However, know this. You must be the one to complete the boy's assignment.
Me?
You are the one who was asked to solve this case. All I will do is provide support. You may be a trainee, but you are still a detective. Once you have taken a job, you must finish it. In other words, as of now, I have taken up a position as your assistant.
Really, Halara? You'll be my assistant?
Of course. I'm here to assist per your case. Just rest assured in the cards you've been dealt.
All right, thank you.
Master has no memory and no guts. And now, he has no money either. Talk about a triple threat!
Oh, be quiet. So, what do we do now?
To confirm, our target is the true culprit of the Nailman killings, correct?
The Peacekeepers have decided that the boy's father is the Nailman and arrested him. But I refuse to accept that outcome.
After we finish the investigation, we may find out the boy's father is actually the Nailman.
If that's what you conclude, then I'll believe you, Halara.
Believe? What a foolish line of reasoning. To believe in another is the shallowest concept one can uphold. All people lie. All people change their minds. As a detective, you must suspect all others, even me.
Yep, a detective must doubt everything.
Still, I will believe what you say, Halara. I trust my instincts on this.
Out of the question. A detective must never overlook a mystery. Any and all truths must be exposed. A detective must always prioritize solving a case. Emotions must be discarded to reach a perfect solution through a perfect deduction.
That's the WDOs.
You're free to think of me as you wish. However, The truth must be found with your own eyes. Otherwise, there is no point in continuing as a detective. Do you understand?
Yes. Continuing as a detective. I still haven't found meaning in being a detective. What's Alara trying to make me see? I'm no good at this.
A naive guy like yourself might be incompatible with such a straight-laced detective like this one. Maybe someone totally unmotivated would be better. Like that guy sleeping under the piano.
Vivia? I'm not sure if unmotivated is the right word.
Anyway, Master, I've been wondering... Is this Halara person a man or a woman?
Now that you mention it, I have no idea.
If you're ready, we'll start the investigation. I won't allow time to be wasted.
Oh, right.
You missed your chance to ask. But then again, I also don't really care.
You finished investigating the clock tower, didn't you? Now we will investigate the past Nailman cases.
The past ones?
These are serial killings, aren't they?
Oh, so you want to investigate the past murders as well?
And through investigating each one, we can conclude if the boy's father is really the culprit or not.
Oh, but we don't know where the other crimes took place. Should we ask around town?
I already know. There are at least 3 additional crime scenes. A secret club in Kamasaki district, a mansion in a high-end residential district, and an art gallery in Ginma district.
Huh? When did you find that out?
You think I did nothing while waiting at the cafe? I prepared by gathering intel in order to move the investigation
Now that I
along.
think about it,
That's amazing.
I feel like every major
With
case
my
will have
logic,
one of the master
anything
detectives
is
helping
possible.
us. Probably.
But before we head to past crime scenes, the Nailman urban legend requires more research. Let's visit the legend's main stage.
The main stage? Oh, you mean the church?
I have yet to pinpoint the church's location. We should ask someone to guide us there.
Then we should ask the chief. Oh, I totally forgot about him. He told me to gather everyone. Halara, let's go back to the office for now. We're already way past the meeting time.
Very well. We can ask the chief to take us to the church.
I tell it. Currently unable to travel by bus.
You better hurry!
The side quest here. Just gonna ignore that. Where do I go? Oops. Oh wait, I can check the backlog. Didn't know that. So I can see the exclamation mark on the map. So let me save. Okay, I'm back to the river pad. This was here. No. I don't remember how to get there. Let's see. That's not it.
this way.
This way. No, not this way. Station. Riverbank. Did I go to the riverbank? No.
Come on, Master! Do you have no sense of direction?
I'm being called out. I'm being called out by Shinigami. Oh, I remember this place. Okay. Map. Your area map. Riverbank, okay. Here? Oh yeah. I remember. I think it's here. Okay, maybe not. Or maybe it is. We need to go on the ground.
Master, you gotta hurry!
It's the Peacekeepers. Stay hidden.
Huh? Oh, right. Chief. And that peacekeeper from the clock tower.
Seth Burrows. A high-ranking Peacekeeper. He's quite infamous for being sly and persistent.
Well, we sure got some heavy rain again, huh? The humidity makes my hair fuzzier than normal.
I don't care.
Wait, that's why the hair is like that?
Huh? What did you say?
Shouldn't it be the
I
opposite?
don't care.
Oof.
More importantly, you sent your detectives to interfere with the Nailman case, didn't you? We have witnesses.
Nailman? Now that you mention it, there was a case like that before. Oh, wait, no, I don't know anything.
This flower, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Huh?
Created by Amaterasu Corp's research, this precious work of art is adapted to Kanai Ward's environment. But unfortunately, once picked, it can only maintain its beauty for 3 hours. When something beautiful withers, it fills me with an inexplicable sorrow. I feel so sad that... it makes me want to sink a ship.
What?
I don't follow.
The Nailman affair will be handled by the Peacekeepers. You and your team will withdraw immediately. Bring in the detectives you sent out. The Peacekeepers will take custody of them.
Hold on! I don't know what detectives you're talking about, and I don't know where any of them are.
I'll wait until this flower withers. You have 3 hours. I'll not wait a second longer. If you fail to meet my demands, you will suffer the same fate as this flower.
Fine, I get it, but Can't you give me more time?
He's gone.
Chief Yako, are you alright?
Oh, Yuma. And Halara, too. Yeesh, this is bad. Listen, the Peacekeepers just came by.
I know. We were watching from over there.
Huh? You were watching? You couldn't at least help me out. Hold on. Are you two the detectives they were talking about?
I'm sorry. It's a long story, but it was probably us.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Why? What's going on?
It's exactly as the Peacekeeper said. We are currently pursuing the Nailman case. We'd like to search around the church. I was about to ask you to take us there, but you seem rather busy.
Yeah, I'm real busy now, thanks to you two! You're gonna keep investigating? Not gonna help your chief out of a jam? Look, we've got 3 hours before I'm taken away. If that happens, the last detective agency in town is done for.
Would you rather hand us over to the Peacekeepers?
Who do you think you're talking to? I'm the chief. I'd rather turn myself in than ever sell anyone out. Though, I wouldn't want to do that either, if I'm being honest. Never mind, forget what I just said.
Man, he does not know when to stop.
What should we do, Halara?
There's only one person who'll be taken into custody. It's not the chief, not us. It's the Nailman. You will find the real culprit and turn the murderer over to the Peacekeepers as originally planned. With enough evidence, they will have no room to reject the truth.
But we only have 3 hours.
3 hours is more than enough. I will give my utmost effort as your assistant. With my logic, anything is possible.
I don't really get it, but it seems best to leave it to you two. You said you wanted to go to the church? Let me mark it on the map. It's for the best that I don't tag along. If we're seen together, things will get even more sticky. I'll be right here, waiting for good news. I'm counting on you.
Got it. We're off.
3 hours. You've got 3 hours to solve the case. Seriously, I'm counting on you. There's still so much I need to do.
Want to see the picture? I assume it's a family member.
You can get to the church from Kamasaki district. Time is short.
Can you use fast travel?
Let's hurry!
There's no point in doing that.
So the Nailman urban legend originated at this church.
There aren't any ghosts here, are there? It's safe, right?
What's the matter, Halara?
I hate churches. I find them devoid of value.
Huh? Why is that?
Because prayer is obviously inferior to payment. Just look at the tragedies the city has seen. There is no God to save you. The lost lamb should look to detectives for help instead, don't you think?
I don't know about that. Depends on the individual.
Forget it. For now, let's talk to the people around the church.
Will they even listen to us?
They can't say no if we say we're on assignment for the Peacekeepers.
Is it okay to lie like that?
Whether it's okay or not is secondary. Our priority is to solve the case. In order to achieve that, deception is at times required. Now, let us educate those who are here that their true savior isn't beyond the rain clouds.
Danganronpa
What is it
characters.
you wanted to speak about?
I've already spoken to the Peacekeepers a bunch of times. How many times do I gotta say it?
Hasn't
Those
the
animal
culprit
years?
already been arrested?
Those real?
Well, I don't mind. I have time to talk.
How long are you going to stand around like some tombstone? Our time is short. Why do you think we've gathered them here?
Oh, yeah. We have to question them, right?
It's your move. Play your card.
Do I really have to do this? I guess Halara seems intent on being the assistant.
In my opinion, it'd go much faster if Halara did this, Master.
But I have to do it. No point in wasting time thinking about it.
Time for an investigation!
Are you the
The
priest of
killer
this
is
church?
totally gonna be one of these four.
That's right. My family has served this church for many generations. Though I only became a man of the cloth in recent years, the blood of martyrs spanning centuries dwells within me. Thus, my existence is but a piece of the eternal prayers offered. That is my mission, as the divine has guided me to do.
I don't get why, but he sure seems proud to be a priest.
Do you know about the nail man?
Of course. I have no idea how that rumor spread around. Perhaps it was even started by a wish made by those seeking salvation, which created the fantasy of the Nail Man.
Salvation? The people of this city must be crazy if they look to the nail man for salvation.
Hey, that actually sounds kind of cool. I know how they feel. I want to tie you up and go to a world where it's just you and me, Master.
Isn't it basically already like that? And you are...
I do the odd jobs like cleaning around the church. I also care for the forest.
Do you know anything about the nail man?
I often patrol the woods, but I'm usually asleep at night. When morning comes around, there are dolls nailed to the trees. It's tough to clean all of them up. I've never seen the nail man himself, but I've seen people enter the forest plenty of times.
Have you ever talked to them?
I have, but they typically run away. Some get surprised and leave their nails and doll behind. I chase after them to give them back their dolls, but I'm never fast enough. They always get away.
That makes sense with a body like that.
I understand. Thank you very much. You are...
What are you, blind? I'm a nun, obviously. You got some nerve, calling me here out of nowhere. Do you know how busy I am with choir practice? I'll kill your ass in the name of God!
Sorry.
She's the type my master has trouble with.
I'll have you know, my dad is a higher-up at Amaterasu Corporation. I don't care if you're on a mission from the Peacekeepers. If you piss me off, Papa will make you regret it.
Right. I'd just like to ask some questions. I'll keep it quick. Do you know anything about this nail man?
You mean the guy nailing up dolls? Well, I have seen someone going into the forest late at night. Whenever I've gone into the forest afterward, I usually find dolls nailed to the trees. The dolls have names written on what looks like blood. It's creepy as hell, really. In other words, it's totally metal!
I see. By the way, what happened to your right hand? Did you get hurt?
Hey, don't stare! It's nothing. I went a little overboard while practicing an instrument.
Instrument?
I'm working on this new thing I call death metal choir. I was messing around on the bass and, well, you know.
That's metal choir.
Is that your dominant hand?
What kind of question is that? You want to die or something?
Is she the actual killer? I don't know. Looks pretty sus.
It is her dominant hand. I'm sure of it.
I see. Excuse me, but you are...
Do you even have to ask? You know who I am.
Huh? No, I think today is the first time we've met.
What? You're investigating the nail man and you don't know who I am?
What's that supposed to
Oh,
mean?
his hair. I feel like
This
his
must be
hair
the
looks okay in
clergyman
the art.
on the report who was the first to find the body.
It doesn't the hairstyle
that's
doesn't really
right.
look good in
I was the first on
in-game
the
model
scene.
though.
Right, it was on the report. I'm impressed Halar was able to realize it so quickly.
I've been attending every day since I was first baptized here as a child. That's how pious I am. But I don't work here, so it's not like I'm a clergy member. I just love mystical places like this. There's an otherworldly feeling to it, you know? I love researching this type of stuff, which is why I've been keeping an eye on Nailman activity for a while now.
So, you know a lot about the nail man.
That's an understatement. In fact, you could say I'm an expert in Nailman research.
In that case, what do you think about the clock tower murder? Though it seems the suspect has already been arrested.
I think he was framed.
Oh,
You do? Then who do you think the real killer is?
The real Nailman, obviously. The
okay.
Peacekeepers are making a big mistake. Listen, the Nailman exists. The Nailman is summoned through ritual and commits murder based on a sacrificial doll.
That's impossible.
Yeah, I get it. You probably want proof. In that case, look for a doll in the forest. You'll find a nailed doll with a name tag for the Dark Ceremony. Whoever's name is on it is the nail man's next target.
We already know that.
Just follow
no?
someone in town with the same name. If you're lucky, you might have a run-in with the nail man.
But
Unfortunately,
will that really
I wasn't
work?
so lucky. I've missed him by just a hair 4 times already.
I see. So you can guess the next victim based on each doll's name tag.
I was so close at the clock tower, too. I found someone whose name matched a name tag and figured out she was heading to the clock tower. I called the peacekeepers and entered the clock tower, but I was too late. Damn it! If only I'd acted sooner. I was so close to meeting the nail man.
Guess he just wants to meet the nail man and doesn't care about preventing the murders. So he's an occult enthusiast? Seems like a huge weirdo.
I've talked to everyone. Halara, is there anything you'd like to ask them?
Only end your turn once you've secured a shot at victory.
Does that mean I should gather more information? What else should I ask about?
Past nailman murders. About the dolls. Maybe? The doll's kinda weird.
That reminds me. Is there any information about the dolls used in the nailman ceremonies? I know a few have been found at the crime scenes, too.
You find that stuff in any doll shop.
Doll shop?
Huh? You haven't seen one? What are you, a foreigner or something?
Yeah.
Around here, all the craft shops have been selling fancy dolls for a long time. They were mostly souvenirs for tourists, but that industry is long gone now. Some places still sell them at steep discounts just to get rid of their stock. If you know where to look, you'll see mountains of illegally discarded dolls all over the place.
I see. So they aren't much of a clue given how easy they are to obtain. There have been several nailman cases in the past, right? Does anyone know anything about past cases?
You know a lot about these things, right?
Yeah, you can ask me anything about the nail man, including all past cases, obviously. I was the first to find the body every time.
Huh? Every time?
There's no reason to look surprised. I already told you how I did it. I find dolls with name tags in the forest. Then, I look for whoever's supposed to be the next victim. But every time I find a victim, they're already dead.
Being the first on scene each time sounds super suspicious.
You think I'm suspicious, don't you? I suppose you would. The first person on the scene can always lie and say they discovered the body in a locked room. But the thing is, I've never been alone when I've discovered a body.
What
All
if
of the crime scenes had no way in or out, so I'd open them with someone nearby, or by asking the peacekeepers.
Oh, okay.
So the body's discovery was never done alone. If that's true, then all the rooms really were locked.
Master, why don't you ask for more details about past cases for now?
Can you tell me more about each case?
There have been 3 nailman cases in the past 6 months, excluding the one at the clock tower. The first happened 6 months ago at a secret club in Kamasaki district. It's essentially a members-only casino. The victim owned the place. At the time, the nailman was just a name you'd sometimes hear about in urban legends. But I had a personal interest in the nailman, so I started researching him. And then it happened. I came across another murder while investigating a name tag I found in the forest. I knew then that it had to be the Nail Man.
And that crime scene was also within a locked room?
Yeah, all of the Nail Man crime scenes have common characteristics. There's always a corpse and doll coated in nails, and also the murderer leaves no trace behind. Isn't that bizarre? See why I'm so interested in the Nail Man?
I totally get it.
Don't empathize with him.
The secret club was the first locked room mystery. As for the second, it was at a mansion in the residential area near Ginma district. About 3 months ago, the owner of the mansion was murdered in the building's study. The crime scene again took place in a locked room with a corpse and doll covered in nails inside. Considering all this, there's no doubt it was committed by the Nail Man. By then, I knew the legendary Nail Man had descended upon Kanai Ward. The third locked room mystery occurred a month ago. A woman was killed in an art gallery storage in Ginma district. It also featured a body and a doll covered in nails in a completely locked room. And today, the fourth locked room mystery happened at the clock tower. That's every single Nail Man case. At least, for now.
This guy is also creepy.
I'm sure the Nail Man will continue on. He will enact revenge for the people of Kanai Ward.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Has anyone noticed strange things happening near the church lately?
Wow, what a big question.
Oh, now that you mention it,
What is it? Please, any small detail will help.
something strange was burning in the incinerator earlier.
What do you mean by strange?
Like, I thought it was a rope, but all I can say is it looks strange.
Can you try drawing what it looks like? It does look like some sort of bizarre rope.
Looks like a centipede with legs missing from one side. Looks delicious.
I was worried that it wasn't supposed to be burned, so I tried to take it out. But I was too late. It was completely incinerated. I asked around to see if anyone knew about it, but everyone claimed they hadn't thrown away anything like it. The incinerator is surrounded by a locked fence. Only clergy can access it.
So, no one here recognized it?
I don't even work here in the first place.
Only clergy can access the incinerator, but no one claims to have thrown it away.
I don't know if this has anything to do with the case, but something's fishy.
I think that's probably the rope they used to climb out of the window, I think.
A watchmaker was arrested earlier. He's suspected of being involved in the Nailman incident. Does anyone know anything about him?
A watchmaker? You mean G.A. Colin? I've asked him to fix the church clock several times. To think that he's the Nail Man.
Well, it hasn't been proven that he's the culprit yet.
Oh, I see. But if it were him, no one would blame him.
What do you mean?
This city has completely changed. Everyone is seeking salvation in some way. The Nail Man was born out of our situation.
You mean the Nailman is what the people actually wanted?
Many would certainly deny it, but the nailed dolls continue to appear in our forest. If the Nail Man acts as their agent, then they are also the Nail Man. In a way. That's how I see it. What do you think?
It's true. The Nail Man could be seen as a savior to some people. After all, he kills the people you want dead for you. I mean, the victim had it coming for doing something worth getting killed over, right?
Don't know about that.
I think I've asked about everything I wanted to find out.
Looks like time is almost up. Let's get going.
Was that okay?
Yes, it will suffice. Thank you for your cooperation. You should study their faces well. They may end up being accused of the murders. Huh? You need to remember every face, so you can spot them, even if they flee through a crowd.
Wait! Do you mean the actual culprit is one of them?
Perhaps.
Probably.
There's not enough information yet to act on.
Must be
We
someone
have
we
no
met,
time
so...
to waste. Let's investigate the other crime scenes. Best not to scramble what little gray matter rests in your head. So let's examine the crime scenes chronologically.
Okay. Well, the first murder occurred at... Was it the mansion in the residential area?
Forgot.
Did you even pay attention? The first incident occurred at the secret club in the Kamasaki district. We must hurry. I won't allow time to be wasted.
Okay, fast travel. And not fast travel. What? Ah. To interact with the magnificent tree.
That's true.
That's it.
Halara? I've been thinking. The first incident was 6 months ago, right? If we go to the crime scene now, there's nothing left to investigate.
You think it will be a waste of time? There's no need to worry about that.
So, you have a plan then?
What? You're working with Halara Nightmare. What more could you possibly ask for? Now, let's be swift.
Huh? Right.
I don't really get it, but talk about confidence. Where's the secret club?
Can I see that on the map? No.
It's supposed to be a secret, so maybe it's in a spot that doesn't stand out?
In a corner? What about here? Nope. Here? No. Well, if it doesn't stand out, it must be either underground or above. Abandoned building. Nope. I can actually see the exclamation mark.
This appears to be the crime scene, but it's sealed off. They've left it like this for 6 months?
No doubt they've shirked their obligation to clean up. I suspect the peacekeepers are lazy to a fault. It's open. Let's go inside. The peacekeepers may be sloppy, but even they wouldn't leave the crime scene completely untouched. The body was probably found around here. The victim's name is Suguma Iho, an old man who owned this place. His reputation left much to be desired. This place was an illegal casino operating at obscene rates. Even the cheating was rampant.
You sure know a lot about it. When did you...
I told you, I gathered my own intel while waiting at the cafe. The real
Still from
interesting
then?
note is that this crime scene also had no way in or out. At the time of discovery, the door was locked from the inside.
There aren't any windows either, which is expected given that it's underground. There are air vents, but they have secure covers barring entry. Besides, no one's able to reach that high up.
No windows. The only way in and out is the door that was locked from the inside. It's a locked room mystery. Locked room mystery.
But there's not much more to investigate. We don't know what state the body was in at the time of discovery.
I told you not to worry. The conditions have all been met.
Conditions?
Don't tell me you've forgotten I'm a master detective.
Oh, your forte!
My forte is post-cognition, the power to see the past.
What?
However, it can only be used at murder scenes.
And this seems very, very
To be
useful
precise, I can only see how the crime scene appeared at the time it was first discovered.
though. Oh.
Another way to describe it would be as crime scene limited psychometry, if that's easier to
I
understand.
mean, that's pretty much what we have in the labyrinth.
That's amazing! It's like the perfect forte for a detective.
My power allows me to see the moment the first witness saw the crime scene. Not the culprit, not the victim, but how it appeared when a third party first entered. The memory
Seems
or
pretty
perception
limited.
of the witness does not affect my postcognition. What I see is what actually was there.
Still very powerful though.
When
for
it
a
comes to my
detective.
power, the witness is not a camera or a recording device, but rather a trigger. Perhaps the best way to think of it is like a bookmark stuck between the pages of when the body was found. Well, there's no point in wasting more time explaining. Let's have a look.
That power sure is convenient. Explains all the confidence. It's similar to the mystery labyrinth, where I recreate the crime scene in your mind. But now it's done in the real world. Although, it is limited to both the crime scene and the moment of first discovery.
But still, it's amazing!
On the other hand, my master's got nothing. Why is life so unfair? Now I'm angry! Master, can I nibble on your heart to help cheer me up?
Of course not! Post-cognition. I wonder what it's like. All I can do is wait for the report.
Well, do I have some good news for you?
What is it this time?
Master, try to remember. Did you feel anything back on the Amaterasu Express? You know, when the other master detectives used their powers?
This sensation. I felt it when Aphex used his powers. Somehow, it feels like I can hear what Poochie hears.
Oh,
Right. I can sense whenever a master detective
So,
uses their power.
if they use the
Yes, that's it!
post-cognition.
Maybe your coalescence will work now.
Coalescence?
Simply put, it's the ability to share someone else's power. On the train, you only felt the resonance of other people's fortes, but its true function is to share their powers.
Wait, then that means I can also see the scene in the past with Halara? That's amazing! Is this your ability, Shinigami?
Something like that. But there are conditions for it to activate. You must kiss someone to share their ability.
What?
What? Kiss Halara?
Ha! I lied.
Okay.
Oh, did you blush? Did you really want to? You still don't know if Halara is a boy or a girl.
Oh, quit messing around and tell me how it works.
You need permission from the person sharing the ability first. Then, you must hold hands while the ability is active. That's it.
Okay, I can do that. Halara. Halara?
I need you to be quiet. I'm concentrating.
Sorry, but there's something I want to ask.
Coalescence. Hold hands. You
Oh, no.
and me.
Yes, that way I'll be able to see the past too. I think.
My sources made no mention of such an ability. In fact, you're just a trainee.
Hilarious.
Yeah, but I just remembered I had it. Anyway, we don't have much time. Let's try it.
I have no intention of getting friendly with you.
Oh, it's not like that.
I despise you.
What?
Huh?
Just the thought of holding your hand makes my skin crawl.
God damn.
I didn't know you hated me so
the,
much.
the worst she can say is no.
Let me be clear. I don't just hate you in particular. I despise all of humanity equally. I don't trust anyone, except the dead.
I had a feeling. Halara must be a demon straight from hell.
Then why did you choose to help me with the investigation?
As I told you in the beginning, I always work sincerely for the payment I receive. As long as you promise payment, I will promise my utmost efforts as a professional.
Then please, hold my hand. It's necessary for the investigation. You can add this to my bill if you want. You'll agree then, right?
Fine. If it's what I must do as a detective, then I have no choice but to agree.
No. Unprotected hand holding. The game froze for a second.
Huh? I can see it. Everything looks different than a moment ago. Incredible. So this is post-cognition.
Can you really see it? So your coalescence is real. I didn't expect you to already have your own forte. Well, this does save me the trouble of reporting it back to you, but it's quite inconvenient
Kinda
to keep
sad
our
that
hands
he
joined.
needs another detective though.
Very well.
Basically.
Go ahead and lead the investigation.
Me?
If you can see what I see, that would be for the best. I'm only acting as your assistant, after all. This is quite the bizarre crime scene. But unusual crime scenes are expected when you work for the WDO. Now, let's see what you're capable of.
Investigation.
That's...
It's a roulette table. There don't appear to be any clues on top of the table. Nothing underneath either. We should check someplace else. Vent? Oh.
That's...
There's a vent here. Four corners of the cover are screwed down, so I don't think it will open. Doubt the cover can be opened when it's like this.
But
We're able to conclude there's no useful information. Compare it with what was seen in post-ignition. Oh! Forgot. No, not the hand holding.
a body. I see a body. The murder scene through Halara's eyes is completely silent. There are dolls nailed to the walls and floor, and a corpse pinned down with nails in a similar fashion. This all feels like a dream. It doesn't seem real. There are abnormal decorations all around the crime scene. And it's so quiet.
No.
It's
No!
a man's corpse. He's probably around 60 years old.
Oh, did I... Okay, I thought I
His
missed
body
it.
is pinned against the wall with countless nails. There isn't much bleeding, so the nails must have been hammered in after he died.
You're starting to get the hang of this. Not too shabby.
Oh, there are marks on him, signs that he was strangled. The vertical scratch marks were probably made when he resisted.
the most basic of basic observations. Well, at least you noticed.
It's thanks to everything I taught you at the clock tower. Such an awesome mentor.
This situation is identical to the murder at the clock tower.
The culprit first strangled the victim to death, and then decorated the room afterward.
But why? I knew it.
Yeah.
Must be the nail man's calling card. Nailed into the wall, seemingly at random. Facing all directions, I cannot find a pattern. There's nothing that can be connected to the culprit. Let's try checking someplace else. Vent. Oh.
Hey, this vent. The
Hasn't been
cover is in
screwed on.
place, but it hasn't been screwed on. Which means it could be easily removed, right?
What are you doing? You can't touch what you see in post-cognition, even if you happen to be 3 meters tall.
Oh, I see. But I think this will be an important clue. The vent is about 40 by 30 centimeters. A thin adult can probably pass through.
Well, I guess we know it's probably not the fat guy. I wonder if it could be multiple culprits. What if the all the church members are the nail man?
By the way, Yuma, did you notice the nail below the vent?
Below the vent?
Oh.
Huh. Some of the nails are bent downward.
No,
Maybe they
no,
were
no.
hammered
They
in a
use them.
hurry.
I think they use them to climb.
Or perhaps there's another reason.
They use them to climb to the vent.
Another reason?
Glass in the counter has a thin layer of dust. Hand holding.
Oh, there's a key in the glass. Is it the key to the room?
Seems like it. By the way, being an illegal casino, the security was extremely tight. There's only one master key. It's also a special key that can't be duplicated.
If it was thrown in from outside the vent, it wouldn't be inside the glass.
So this is definitely another locked room mystery! Hooray! I'm so glad I met you!
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nothing.
What a rich fragrance!
That's...
It's not over. Could this be evidence of a struggle? I don't know about that. The culprit could have knocked it over on purpose.
The lock is broken. Maybe someone broke it and forced their way in, like at the clock tower. But from the looks of it, there's no sign of the lock or door being tampered with.
That's it? Yeah.
What does that mean?
When it was discovered, this door was locked from the inside.
That's...
well,
I think that's about it.
I think I've checked what I can here. Are we gonna investigate every single one of the crimes?
should do
I think
it.
so.
there isn't much else to investigate.
There are 2 more.
I've never experienced this before, but it's surprisingly convenient to be able to share my post-cognition. It's exhausting to explain what I see to a client.
Really?
People do not believe what they cannot see. I have often been called a liar.
I suppose fortes aren't always convenient.
We still have locked room mysteries to examine. The second incident was at the mansion near Ginma District. I have an idea of where to go. Let's hurry there.
Man, that's a lot of investigation. I feel like this takes way longer than it does in Danganronpa. I've been streaming for 1.5 hours, so after I finish going through everything, it would have taken me around 2 hours, 2+ hours. And I think the worst part in this game
The
is that
building
I
we're
have
heading to is
run
accessed
around.
through Gima District. Let's hurry.
Danganronpa is a bit different because you basically just quick travel. You don't really have movement
There.
between areas.
There's a large mansion beyond the gate over there. I wonder if that's the second crime scene.
That's probably it. Let's go inside.
It's closed, as expected.
Oh!
Are you sure?
Forgot that he's very strong.
Wait!
It looks like a haunted mansion.
I hope there aren't any ghosts around. I have a feeling they'll appear this time.
I've been meaning to ask, but aren't you kind of a ghost yourself?
The incident occurred about 3 months ago. The victim was Ali Hohen, the owner of this mansion. He had no family and lived alone. The mansion is now empty and dilapidated. The crime scene is in the study near the back. Let's go. The Nailman killings had another common factor, besides the locked room. The first person to find the body was always the same person.
That worshiper from church? Do you suspect
Wait.
him too?
He knew that already, he said that.
What he said did make sense. He's been obsessed with the Nailman, and had access to the names of potential victims.
I think that's a red herring.
It's not too
Don't think he's
surprising
the
for him to be
culprit.
the first on the scene each time.
I guess I shouldn't assume things going into this.
That's right. It's down this hallway. The crime scene is in the room on the right side. There's little time. Let's head straight there.
Ha! Think you're partners now just because you held hands with my master? I'll have you know, Master and I are connected on a much deeper level.
Don't make it sound so suggestive.
Feels like a jump scare's coming up.
So this is the study where the crime took place.
Oh, it's open. I wonder if the lock was broken at the time of discovery here, too. There's nothing left here either. It's all cleaned up.
And for hand
I don't
holding.
want to do it, but I suppose I can share my post-cognition again here.
Are you sure?
Don't make a big deal out of it. Just make it quick.
Absolute original location.
That's true.
It appears.
It would be very convenient to have Halara for every single investigation though. With the post-coordination thing.
The crime scene of the murder is vividly brought to life before us. It all happens in silence, as though awakening from an eternal slumber. But the corpse will never wake up again. Even if the corpse did awaken, the nails pinning him down would prevent him from rising. The door is the only entrance and exit to the room. There are no windows and the vent is small. I don't see any escape routes from the locked room. Maybe the doll nailed to the wall holds the answer to this bizarre mystery. The victim is a well-built man, approximately 30 years old. The corpse here is also covered in nails. His appendages and chest are all nailed to the floor.
The owner of this mansion made his fortune in real estate from an early age. But along with aggressive land sharking and other illicit transactions, he made shady deals with Amaterasu Corp. There are several reasons he'd be hated. A doll with his name on it was bound to be nailed in the church forest.
I wonder how the person who cursed him feels, now that he's actually dead.
Perhaps they feel no responsibility. They just hopped on the urban legend bandwagon.
Is that really the case? Wait, this is odd.
Did you find something?
Look closely. The length of the nails driven into the corpse are all slightly different.
How did he
The
notice?
length isn't the problem here. It's how hard they were hammered in.
Oh.
What do you mean?
The nails driven into the lower torso went through the body and into the floor. But the nails in the upper torso did not penetrate all the way through the body.
But why would the culprit not hammer the nails in as hard on the upper body?
That's not the only unnatural thing. Take a look at the blood. The nail wounds on the lower torso appear to be bleeding sideways. But the upper torso wounds are bleeding vertically down toward his waist.
The blood flows differently between the upper and lower body?
Maybe the upper and lower torsos are different people, and they were smushed together after
I mean,
death.
the ones on the upper torso don't go through the floor,
That's
right?
disturbing.
So, I guess he was nailed while he was still standing up. Or while the body was standing up.
The cause of death here appears to be strangulation as well. And like the others, there are rope marks around the neck and traces of a struggle. Oh, but on a closer look, there's a mark left by a thin string on the back of his neck.
It couldn't have been the rope that was used to strangle him. The thickness is completely different.
There are two different types of string marks on the body. Was he strangled twice? But even then, it'd be odd to only have marks behind his neck. And why do the strings have different thicknesses?
Maybe one
Anyway,
was
it's
to
an important piece of
hold him
evidence.
up. I can actually learn the skill that I wanted. Abilities, skills. It's this one.
Oh!
Several dolls have been nailed to the floor. This makes doesn't make any less creepy though.
It's me.
Not relevant.
It appears.
Here's what we can arrange neatly on the shelf. Is that blood on the
What does
paint?
that mean?
No.
It appears.
Oh, there's actually nothing relevant. Oh, back to this. No, there is also not relevant.
Well,
That's everything.
Oh!
yeah.
Oh!
Why is that so loud? Why is that oh voice so loud?
Sit down right here.
Fish tank. Oh, that's a big fish tank. Lamp switch. Oh.
Yeah.
Say,
That's true.
Yeah.
I like how they highlight the hand holding every single time.
Oh!
Was set to off when the corpse was found. Ah, books.
I'm
That's right. That's right.
Very well.
Nothing to do with the case. There's a lot of things that don't have to do with the case. Is anything changed now that I have the background?
Yeah.
I see.
All on the wall.
There's only one doll nailed to the wall. Comparatively, there was a nearly obnoxious number of dolls nailed to the walls in the other crime scenes. Maybe there was no room to nail them to the walls because of all the bookshelves in the way? Wait, this doll has both eyes gouged out. Did the culprit do this on purpose? This keeps getting more and more disturbing.
But it's kinda creepy cute. I wanna put one next to the top of a staircase so people can run into it at night.
Why would you want to do that?
You know, this doll seems made of cheaper materials compared to the other ones.
Hey, you're right. Like it's made of resin instead of porcelain. The texture looks cheap, but also more durable.
Too bad it doesn't have eyeballs.
The eye holes are connected to each other in the head cavity. It's like that darkness is staring into me. Huh? There's a mark on the edge of the eye holes near the nose. Looks like a string rubbed against it. How did this mark get here?
That's it. Everything. And
There is a vent, but it's too small for a person to fit through. And it's also screwed shut from the inside. It seems impossible to remove.
Oh, what's this now? Master, I discovered something. There are marks in the gap between the vents, like something scraped against it.
Really?
But given your height, you couldn't see it even if you stood on a chair.
Halara, can you use that chair to peek into the vent?
I will do so for 10,000 Xian.
You're charging me for it?
I jest. The marks in the vent seem to be left by strings rubbing against it.
oh
Did
yeah,
someone hitch a string to it or something?
related to the doll, I guess.
It shouldn't even be visible from your perspective. I'm surprised you noticed.
Oh, it was just a hunch.
See? I told you I'm useful. I do way more than just float around. You should give me 10,000 Xian as a reward.
I'm getting a headache. This is...
I'll...
The door here can only be locked with a key. However, there is only the master key. No spares exist. The scenario resembles the locked room mystery in the casino. We can disregard the possibility of a duplicate key. The master key was found in this room at the time of discovery.
This is also similar to the locked room mystery in the secret club.
But there is one difference. The key was found underneath the corpse.
Under the corpse? But we can't move the corpse in the past, so we can't confirm if that's true.
Post-cognition isn't all-powerful, but it's a fact that the key was found under the corpse. I have a crime scene photo, taken back then, in my jacket pocket. No detail has slipped past my efforts.
Right.
Cat?
What's this?
Wait, not that one. I meant the other photo. This one's unrelated to the case.
Oh, this is it. You're right. The key's near the middle of his back. But can this photo be trusted? Could it be something the Peacekeepers fabricated?
The Peacekeepers acknowledged the incident occurred in a locked room. Besides, there's no need for fabrication. After all, it would be more convenient for them to have fewer mysteries to deal with.
That's true. Sorry for being doubtful.
No, that's expected of a detective. You're starting to figure out how to do your job.
Was that a compliment?
Is that really all it takes to please you?
Also, I drew a sketch of the room's state on the back of that photo. Remember it well.
Yeah, okay. But why a sketch? How can it help solve the mystery? Also, what was with that cat photo anyway? That's surprisingly cute.
Yeah. I don't know how the photo is gonna help, but I'll put the sketch. Is that everything?
Looks like there's nothing left to check.
So what's up with the projector thing?
Now we've gathered enough evidence. Though it appears complicated at first glance, the answer is simple.
Huh? Halara, did you already solve the locked room mystery?
What? You haven't?
There's no way to solve it with what we have. How was the room locked?
It's unfit for one detective to ask another that question. For the sake of your own pride, you must figure it out. Unless you'd like to hire me to do it for you. It won't come cheap.
I'll figure it out myself.
It's really all about the money with Halara.
The longer I'm with Halara, the deeper into debt I'll get. It's starting to scare me.
Now, let us be swift. Next up is our last crime scene.
Wait!
So I guess we're not exploring.
The next one is the art gallery in Gima
we
district.
actually are exploring now.
We're running low on time, so we must hurry.
Right. The chief's in danger after all.
Might end the stream soon-ish though. Maybe when I get to the crime scene, the last crime scene. It's been 2 hours. I'm starting to get hungry as well.
So this is the art gallery. It's closed due to special circumstances.
The murder occurred only about a month ago. But I'm certain the crime scene has been cleaned up like the others. Not that it matters to me.
But wait! It's not a good idea to break into the art gallery!
Did you say something?
That's our Halara.
The crime scene is deep inside the art gallery. It's one of many storage rooms. Come, I won't allow time to be wasted.
Wait, please! Is this the storage room where the crime scene took place? It's locked.
We're going in.
We're like a couple of thugs or something. Was the first on the scene the person from the church again?
As expected, it's the same worshipper. He said he was trailing the victim after finding a doll with the same name. He saw the victim enter the building late at night. He then searched the premises with the art gallery staff. When they opened this storage room, they discovered the victim's corpse. The door was locked at the time of discovery, and the key was found inside.
Ooh, another locked room mystery! That's more total! But I'm starting to get bored. It's not so special anymore.
What do you mean special? People have died. Let's start investigating.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream here though. I need to cook dinner. I'm probably gonna continue tomorrow, and tomorrow hopefully I will get to do the Mystery Labyrinth, and hopefully I'll finish all of that in one stream, but no idea how long that will take. These chapters being longer, I might not be able to finish all of them in like 2 or 3 streams, so probably spread them out into maybe 1.5 hours rather than 2. I'll see how long this is and then I'll decide. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you guys again for watching. See you maybe in the next stream. Bye. Oh, is that the scream? I mean, a different version, I guess. But yeah, that's it.